Hey, wake up, Web3,
And we're live,
and
and I
and
am trying to
Web2.
wake up, JC. That's for sure.
Dude, I slept like
Ooh,
garbage last night. Let me get my chat up for everybody who wants to come in and be live with us.
yeah, Reptar's face is still healing, guys, as you can see, but we're getting there. Ooh, alert! Get in the chat, everybody.
Reptar mouthed off of somebody, and apparently, I'm just saying. All right, chat is up.
I got that a lot. They're like, "Who beat you up, Reptar? Who beat you up?" Like, I beat myself up. That's
Yeah.
usually how that goes.
Well, don't we all? Don't we all? Oh,
But
Ice
yeah,
is
guys.
here. Ice is our first commenter. Morning, Ice. How are you this Friday? I'm out
Awesome.
of the sad news is I'm out of my normal energy drink this morning, so I have to go with the Diet Dr Pepper.
Ooh, yeah, I need my coffee this morning, but we have some really exciting news today, guys. There's
Yes,
a
did
lot.
you know that the United States is the #1 crypto capital of the world?
Woo!
Not really yet, but yeah, no, Ice, it was not.
I think you'll appreciate this. Somebody gave this to me at work yesterday. It is a silver XRP coin.
Is it like a 1 ounce silver coin?
Yeah,
Cool.
and it's got XRP on it, and I want to get a bunch of these, especially an HBAR one. But I just thought
Yeah,
it was really
HBAR
cool.
news. We'll talk about HBAR is up to 27 cents and pumping right now. So yeah, Reptar Ice says blink twice if you're safe. That was Morse code for get me out of here. Oh gosh, yeah.
um,
So before we get into the U.S. crypto SEC chair announcements and stuff today, why don't we look at some bubbles? Bubbles.
yeah, I'll pull up the
My
bubbles.
bubbles.
Our favorite thing to do. And it's an interesting bubble day. The bubbles
Arrow is
are,
still up. Arrow's been pumping all day.
dude, Arrow. Guys, if you didn't get into Arrow, it's still not too late. There's still so much room for it to move, but Arrow has just been killing it. Ice.
Congrats to anybody that got in. I got in after Ice told me to get in, and I still made a good amount of money.
Oh yeah. And honestly, I think there's still tons of room for it to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that will probably be on our video of coins that still have a good upside potential this run.
It might be on the list. But yeah, guys, we see a lot of stuff, kind of coming back from yesterday. We had a nice little correction. The sky was falling yesterday. If you
Yeah.
guys have ever seen, we made this a TikTok video, but if you guys have ever seen the South Park where Kyle's sitting, he's doing his work, and then Cartman calls him and he's like, Kyle, what's happening? It's all gone. It's all gone. That's my phone every time crypto dips by 5%. And
Morning, Muna. Morning, Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray, Muna, welcome. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, Mr. Gray says these markets are going to launch a little bit. I think they very well could go a good little bit. One of the guys I follow a lot is Raul Powell. He's a former Goldman Sachs executive, big into the crypto space, but he does good macro analysis and understands a lot of macroeconomic stuff. So anyway, I follow him, and he calls it the banana zone, where if you look at your chart, the green candles look like a banana.
Fat banana candles.
Yeah.
But obviously we're involved in a lot of projects. It's hard to kind of touch on all of them every day. But JC just brought something to my attention earlier. There is some big news stirring with a project of ours that we've been in for years now, and it's a project that we're really excited about. We've talked about it here on the channel before. It's
Bullish
called
as
Pink.
hell.
So JC, what massive revelation is happening with HBAR, and why should we
So
be bullish as hell?
the latest news, that I believe it came out last night, but the latest news is I'll tell you what, I'll put it on the screen. I will tease you.
Ooh, screen share.
Screen share. Hey, if you
Guys,
can
I'm
see the title
exhausted.
there.
We're both exhausted. We need
Yeah.
caffeine today.
I slept like crap last night. BlackRock to file HBAR spot ETF by Monday.
Do you guys know what this means?
BlackRock, the largest financial tools manager in the world, is going to file for an HBAR spot ETF.
You guys remember when the Bitcoin ETF got filed and the Ethereum ETF? And then,
That's
as
true.
JC
That's right. Mr. Gray's correct.
perfectly said,
HBAR followed suit with XRP and filed for their own banking license.
guys,
Interesting.
HBAR is so slept on right now. When it goes, it's going to go like XRP did. I mean,
Spoil
HBAR is,
spoiler alert for our upcoming video. HBAR's probably our top pick
yeah, yeah.
for
Um,
slept on and still gonna move.
Yeah, no, HBAR is definitely one of those that we're still holding on tight to. But again, I'm looking more at the exchanges on HBAR because HBAR has been doing really well. I think it's up 100% for the year.
There
But
we go.
I do think that the exchanges on HBAR, like Saucer Swap, are going to end up doing better.
Look, if you guys remember when Solana was doing okay and doing really well, and then the Solana meme token craze took over, and all of the meme tokens on Solana took off. But also, what else took off? Radium, Jupiter, and Solana all went freaking lunar because the meme coins took off. So I think you're gonna have something similar on the HBAR network. So HBAR is going to gain traction, and then Sauce is going to gain traction, and then people are going to start building stuff on it, which is going to push those projects, but also going to push Sauce to the moon, like Uniswap and SushiSwap, and also HBAR. So long term, I don't, we've talked about this multiple times for the last few years, but also even on this very morning show. The people that are on the governing council of HBAR are the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I'll try and pull it up real quick. I mean, we've shared this a million times, but since we're talking about it today, I think it's worth bringing up again. We talked about this in our What is Alpha Origins video, which is essentially kind of what we're involved with. This is a new one here. I'll share this real quick. So this is the companies involved in the Hedera ecosystem, guys. Am I sharing? Okay, there
There
we
you
go.
go. Oh yeah,
Um,
I haven't seen that document.
yeah.
Nice.
So not only, this is a new updated version of it. A lot of these names, guys, you might notice, some of them you might not, but the ones I'm gonna point out, I always point out the obvious ones. Like obviously you can see Chainlink up there, huge project. You see Google, Dell, LG, IBM. Like these are huge tech companies. But then you also have Swirlds, you have World Bank, you have World Pay, you have all of these major banking industries.
I see Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft, because they're getting into gaming. And I'm not gonna bore you guys with this. Is a really good graphic that kind of explains exactly what Hedera is doing. All of the way the network functions, kind of how the governing council makes decisions, the economy, board of directors, all that stuff. Like this is a really interesting read if you guys want to go through it. But essentially, this is what matters. These major entities and tech companies and banks are all backing HBAR. And HBAR is interesting to me because it's not a blockchain. It uses the same kind of basic, fundamentally, it's the same, but it's actually a hash graph, which is kind of the next step in blockchain. It's a little bit different. I won't bore you guys with the details, but Hedera is built different, as they say. And this governing council behind them is massive. And the fact that BlackRock wants to make an ETF, they are about to gobble this shit to the moon.
So
They are
what
about
does an
to
ETF
fly.
do for a project? It increases demand. It's for people like my parents who don't want to get into all this newfangledy crypto money, but they understand that the asset class is going to go up in value. So they want to buy basically what amounts to a mutual fund because that's a financial product they're familiar with, and they want to
Yeah.
use something an exchange traded fund that includes digital assets. So it's a just think of it as a mutual fund with crypto assets bundled together in it.
Yeah,
So
that is exactly what it is.
whereas
And
I just want to buy the actual asset myself, some people are more comfortable going, okay, well, that seems a little risky. What if, my investment firm that I've worked with my whole life packages a product together that includes some of that? It decreases their risk. So that's what ETFs are. But all that means is those companies like BlackRock or Fidelity or anyway, they actually have to buy that asset so that they can offer it as a bundle.
yep,
So
they
if
have to
they're
hold.
buying billions of dollars worth of an asset, that increases the demand, which drastically increases the price. So that's why
Absolutely.
any ETF that comes out is a good thing for that particular asset.
So one thing I do want to touch on, just because we've talked about it a few times, and it's one of my most bullish projects, and I want to show you guys why. So Saucer Swap is um, one of the biggest DeFi platforms on Hedera. We're up about 118% for all time, but as you can see, the community sentiment is 96% bullish. People are very bullish on this platform. However, we have not even come close to some of these old peaks. Like, it was up to 21 cents before. We're currently sitting at 5 cents for Saucer Swap. Again, guys, when we saw these exchanges move last time, last cycle, I'm talking Sushi Swap, Cake Wallet, uh,
Uniswap.
yeah, there's a lot of them, but all of the swap sites, they went up anywhere between 10,000% and 80,000%. And we
Yeah,
talked
I'm
about
I'm
this.
gonna pull up the Uniswap chart and give you a number. No, you can leave yours up. I'm just gonna give you a number.
All right, cool.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no. So my point in this is, if you guys look at the market cap of Saucer Swap, the fully diluted market cap is only 53 million. The difference between fully diluted market cap and your traditional market cap is fully diluted is what the market cap would be if all the coins were in circulation. So it's a more accurate measure. So 53 million, if you guys know, is minuscule. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny market cap. Um, and with HBAR doing all these major moves and Saucer Swap already having some bullish momentum and some really good sentiment behind it, this thing is absolutely going to rip. We are absolutely going to go back to 21 cents, probably 25 cents around there. Right there, that's already a 5x. And I think Saucer Swap could go between $1 and $5.
Okay, here's some numbers for comparison for Uniswap. Uniswap's first candle shows September of 2020, and it opened at $1.09. So it was first offered at right around $1. At the height of the bull run oh, get off my screen. Can't see with all your stupid pop-ups. The height of the bull run on its highest candle was May of 2021. So it went from $1 to $45.
So that's a 45x.
So if HBAR were to pull, let's say a 40x for easy math, it goes from 5 cents to $2.
And honestly, I
I
think
think two
that is,
bucks is a given.
yep, I think that's completely in the realm of possibility. And what's insane about that is it's getting no attention right now.
Yep.
XRP kind of got all the attention for the ISO 20022 tokens. But XLM is kind of next up, HBAR is going to be the next one. And as JC just said, when we see these major chains, take off, all of the smaller projects associated with them end up going too. And especially when they have very low market caps. To me, this is one of my biggest holdings. It's
Yep.
personally one of my biggest holdings. I'm a huge fan of HBAR, and Sauce is the DeFi platform that is, the best on their platform. So,
And like we've talked about several times this week, you can, go and stake your HBAR and your sauce on Saucer Swap, which is the website for the DeFi staking protocols, you can earn what amounts to the same thing as interest for loaning your tokens out.
You know
And
what? I'm gonna go ahead and share. I'll share
yeah,
the DeFi stuff
you've got
on.
Saucer Swap.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a lot of what we do, guys. We do a lot of liquidity farming for different tokens. Is that popping up correct? Okay, perfect. And as you can see, guys, this is what's important: the APY. I traditionally stick with some of the V1 pools. They're a little bit safer, lower APY, but look at this: 22%, 15%, 10%. Compared to a bank, you're getting 0.05%.
Yeah, my HBAR pack is getting 15%.
Yeah, and HBAR pack. I mean, that is HBAR pack is a that's a pretty safe one. Pack.
Exactly, Ice. Just like Ice's arrow staking, he's earning free arrow tokens for, I say free. It costs him. He has to tie up his money to get the return. That's how how a loan works. Basically, he's decentralized finance. He himself personally is loaning out his money and getting a return on it directly to him. So, yeah.
Exactly. And again, there's some risk associated with this, guys. We won't get into impermanent loss or anything like that. We
Yeah.
can probably explain that
That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we'll get that in another video. But my point is, this platform is allowing people to lend out their money on Hedera and get interest in the same way a bank would. So
And the
to me,
SEC just said this week and confirmed that the interest or the return or the liquid staking rewards that you get from providing liquidity on these DeFi platforms is not a security. Now, is it going to be taxed as, short-term capital gains, or is it maybe what they'll do is they'll end up taxing it like the interest you get on your bank savings account. Like you actually get a 10, it's not 1099, it's something else, but like the interest that you earn with your bank, you get a tax form and you actually have to file that. Now, when you get $2 or $3 a year, does it matter? Not really, but you still have to file it. I imagine we might see something similar to like that as the rules and laws and regulations get put in place. And we should segue there with HBAR and rules and regulations to point out the whole point of today's video is that the U.S. is looking to be the crypto capital of the world, and they're going to have to do that by setting rules of the road. But they're also, let me pull up the tweet. I'm not going to screen share it, but the SEC commissioner is giving speeches today about the so-called Project Crypto that was ordered by the White House on like day 2. So he should be speaking all day today, but he has been out ahead of his whatever speechification thing he's going to do and getting on the news channels and talking about how he wants to prioritize cryptocurrencies and crypto projects that are based in the United States so that the world will be using US based crypto technology. And I am going to share this screen with you because it's important. What are these US based crypto projects? Well, look right here. If you go to CoinGecko, you can actually sort by tokens done in the US. So the top coins that are made in the US by market cap. You can see right there the total market cap of just US based coins is 540 billion. That's only 540 billion over 4 trillion, so less than 10% of all crypto projects are US based. But let's take a look. These are based on their market cap. So XRP, Solana, USDC is a stable coin. I don't count that as a crypto project. It's
I don't
blockchain.
either.
It's
It is,
blockchain, but
yeah.
it's a stable coin. Now, stable coins don't count. But Cardano, which is almost back to $1, Chainlink, Stellar Lumens, SWI, HBAR. HBAR is a US based company. Avalanche, Litecoin, Uniswap, Polkadot, Near. I mean, look at all of these. These are all. This is top. We're still in the top 100. These are all U.S. based. Render's in there at 67. Bonk is U.S. based.
And that's the thing, guys. We really do focus on a lot of. We almost don't mean to, but we do focus on a lot of. Um, we do focus on a lot of U.S. based cryptos, and there's a reason for that. It's because they have the regulatory clarity. They have the United States government and all of these financial entities backing them. And again, 99% of cryptos are going to collapse. 90% of them are going to fail. And the ones that are compliant and in the top 100, they're going to absolutely crush it, guys. And, you know, we actually, Alpha Origins, we started off as a BVI, so a British Virgin Islands entity.
Yep.
This was back when the laws for crypto were very
The United States was not crypto friendly. In fact, you guys have heard of, there's laws being put in place right now and actions being taken against banks that were debanking people simply because they used or wanted to be involved in cryptocurrency. And they
yeah,
they would
I like
close
to
your
see
bank
them.
account.
I like to see them freeze my bank account. There's nothing in it. I'm all in on XRP.
Well, that's the thing. You don't need a bank account anymore.
Dude, and people always tell me, they're like, how do you not have a bank? How do you, what if you need a loan? What if you need blah, blah, blah? It's like, I am unbanked. I have all of my assets in crypto. And I know that's like, you know, pretty risky and not, don't take that as financial advice. But I don't,
It can be done,
I don't
though.
trust the banks, guys. Like we've all had this happen to us before where a bill comes out of our bank account and the bank's like, oh, don't worry, we'll cover it, but we're going to charge you $30 of an overdraft fee. And then, oh, can't pay the overdraft fee? Oh, well, we'll hit you with another fee. And guess what? You're in the negative, so we're going to hit you with another overdraft.
Yeah, negative balance fee. And it's like,
it got to the point where it really felt like they were stealing my money. And this was before I got into crypto. This was actually when I first started learning about Bitcoin. And I was just like, how is this
allowed?
Broke problems, I guess. But I'm like, how is this okay? Like, how can they just take the money that I don't have? So long story short, we ended up deciding to migrate the company and form an LLC in the United States, because now, again, we're getting this clarity. They're okay with it. They're not only okay with it, they're actually encouraging people to invest in these American cryptos because they know it's coming and they want in just like we do. So
Yep. So it's something else that's interesting in this vein of rules and regulations and rules of the road and laws. I don't know if you guys kept up this week, but during some press conference or whatever, Trump and I believe the SEC chair were at the press conference and mentioned that they would not be buying any Bitcoin to form the strategic reserve, but they would use any seized Bitcoin as part of the strategic reserve, which means, if you were caught committing a crime involving laundering or some type of, I don't know, it just makes, because everybody says, oh, that's what organized crime uses. They use Bitcoin. No, they don't. They use U.S. dollars. But if they were using, if somebody was like, I'm going to hire me a hitman and pay him with Bitcoin, well, if you're committing a crime with money, that money is also seized. Like if you're transporting money and drugs in a tractor trailer and everything gets seized, the whatever law enforcement also seizes the cash.
yeah, they're taking the money because they're not stupid. They know where you got the money from.
Right. So that's going to be seized, and if it's not tied to the crime, it's returned. If it is tied to the crime, it is seized and put into the treasury or whatever.
How would they tie it to the crime? Is my question. Obviously, if you get caught with a
if you got
warehouse
yeah,
full of drugs and a warehouse full of cash, like it's no mystery. But
right.
I wonder how they would do that, because with crypto, if I sent Bitcoin to somebody for an illegal purpose, that's traceable. People think Bitcoin's anonymous, and that's just not true.
It's not.
So,
And
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's anonymity to it,
Sure.
and there are layers to it. There's always Bitcoin washing. There's different things that you can do. But
every transaction is recorded. And eventually, in order to cash out crypto, like you can trade crypto back and forth all day, but if you want to cash something out, it's got to go to your bank.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Well,
that's true.
you're right. No, so this is interesting. This is you can pull an Elon Musk and you just go to a bank every time you need money and just be like, hey, I have billions of dollars worth of assets. Can I put them against a loan and then get an interest-free loan and not sell anything, never pay
Well,
capital
it's not
gains
it's
tax?
not interest free, but it is low interest, and you're
Yeah,
exactly right.
you're right. You're right.
There,
It's lower interest compared to capital gains that you would take by sell.
correct. And that's how the big boys do it is they take their money and say, "Hey, will you give me a loan against my money?" And that way they don't have to, sell anytime you sell a stock or you sell a Bitcoin or whatever, that creates a taxable event. But if you don't sell that asset and you just borrow against it, the loan, that's not taxable income.
We don't sell here.
Hodl. Anyway, I wanted to point this out that this week the president's office, I don't remember if it was Trump or if it was one of the chairmen, said that they don't plan on buying Bitcoin for the strategic reserve. And people are like, haha, see you Bitcoin maxis. I'm like, that's not what he said. But at the exact same time, there's a senator, Cynthia Loomis, is going to be putting forth a bill onto the Senate floor to be voted on and sent to the House to buy a bill of is it 100?
Guys, it's called a reserve for a reason.
To buy 1 million Bitcoin. Like there will be a bill in the Senate to buy 1 million Bitcoin. But they just said they're not going to buy it. Like it's the government. They don't know what they're going to do. So
it's like shopping with that ex-girlfriend that's like, I don't know. Should I get this dress? I don't know. Maybe this one. I don't know. Just very, very
we probably shouldn't talk about politics and dresses. You're not old enough for that joke.
That's how you know he's tired. He's got a Dr. Pepper today instead of his Monster.
No,
Sponsored by Dr. Pepper and Monster.
I have to go to the store. But yeah, so
he's rocking the Captain America shirt. The Avenger.
I know, right? You didn't know I was an Avenger, did you?
Ben would appreciate that. Absolutely.
Our artist Ben,
guys,
not the other Ben.
Our Ben, our artist. But yeah, guys, that's guys. I cannot wait until our tell-all comes out. Most of you guys know what we're talking about, but some of the projects we worked for before we started Alpha Origins, it was a ride.
Little crazy.
We're gonna tell you guys all the dirty details, and it will be shocking. You have to pick your jaw.
That will have to be an edited video because we need to put some fun graphics in there.
Oh, I 100% am gonna edit that one. It's I want to get as much of the team on as possible. There's 5 of us for you guys who don't know, and I want to get everyone on the team so everyone can kind of give their trauma.
Their side of it, yeah. What else for Friday? Is there anything else for Friday?
No, guys. Again, we're not really sure what's gonna happen this weekend. I mean, it to me looks like we're gonna see maybe we're gonna chill out a little bit over the weekend. And then when this ETF gets filed, mark my words, pay attention to these ISO 20022 tokens.
Especially
guys.
Ones formed in the US.
Yeah, the US-based cryptos are about to go nuclear. And we really are we're getting to that point where we're almost in September. Rates are going to get cut. And then if you guys have been in crypto for a long time, you know what we refer to October as. It is
Pumptober.
Pumptober.
Pump it up. Okay.
It is going to get wild over the next couple months. And the next few weeks is when you guys should be positioning into the assets that you want to, if you have not already, because we are running out of time. And this is going to be one of the biggest financial revolutions in history. And we're literally right in the center of it. So
this will be another internet age. Like there will be a drastic change, and just like the internet itself was both evolutionary and revolutionary, I think crypto and blockchain will be the same.
Absolutely, man. It's coming, and it's pretty vindicating because a lot of people for years have just been, for lack of a better word, kind of just, harassed about owning crypto. Like, oh, it's fake internet money. It's a scam, blah, blah, blah. And now we're seeing Harvard I gotta share this. I
Yes.
gotta share this.
While you're pulling that
So
up, I'll just point out that all money is really just an agreed upon exchange of what medium you want to use to represent assets.
so I want to share this because I read this and a lot of people I hear people say things like, "Oh, you're stupid if you didn't buy crypto," blah blah blah. And I don't really like that sentiment because it's not that people are stupid, they just don't understand it.
Or
They
they're
don't know.
risk averse. Like, that's too risky. That is
Yeah,
not.
or it's too risky for them. But if it makes you guys feel better, I saw this on Instagram. You're not gonna be able to see it. I can't really pull it up, but there we go. So if you ever feel stupid about not buying Bitcoin back when it was 4,000 or $100 in 2008, 18, excuse me, Harvard said, the smartest people in the world, said that Bitcoin is more likely to hit $100 than 100K. Fast forward to 2025, Harvard buys $116 million worth of Bitcoin at 116,000.
So
They were
had they
wrong.
bought it in 2018, it would have been worth. Bought the same amount of Bitcoin, it would have been worth 26, 27 times the amount that it's worth today.
And that's the
Big,
thing, guys.
big brain,
People
people.
are
Big
waking
brain.
up. Yeah, the big entities are like, okay, we were wrong. We were wrong. They're never gonna say it, but
No, what they will say is, uh, yeah, Bitcoin is a pet rock. Buy some more. Buy some more.
hey, put another buy order at 115 million.
Right.
And no, guys, like this is coming. Again, institutions have just been, really just making it seem like a joke. And now they're quietly buying, making ETFs, they're passing laws. If you're not paying attention, you are going to get left behind. And we know all you guys that show up for the live chat, all the people in the Discord, all the people that have been with us over the last few years, you're going to be all right. We know you guys are going to be all right. This is about everybody else.
And if
We're
you're
really
if
trying
you're in
to.
our community, we'll do our best to make sure we help you along.
You guys are invited to the private island.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. For real.
But guys, that is all we have time for today. We will be back for the morning show again on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. By then, we should all be
10 a.m.
a.m. We should all be multimillionaires by then.
I know,
It'll
right?
be after the HBAR ETF. So
That's right. We're all like, crypto's going to explode for 3 days, and it's going to 1,000x from here, and we're all going to retire to the private islands and form our own country with Elon. And yeah, I don't know. Have a great weekend. Pay attention. We'll see what goes. What Paul Atkins says today, and it could, create some momentum for the weekend. The weekend could be very flat as far as volume and activity. It could be volatile if the right or wrong things are said by the chair of the SEC, or if we get, that Friday at 4 p.m. news dump sometimes.
guys, just don't call Reptar panicking when it goes down by 6% tomorrow, please. Just don't.
Yeah. I still love you made the TikTok of the me when my portfolio that's up 350% drops 6%.
With the clown freaking out. Guys, go check out the TikTok. There's some really funny videos on there. I'm going to be uploading some more today. The TikTok's really been taking off. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. It really helps us out. I know everyone says it, blah, 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 and you're sick of hearing it. But, we're trying to get this information out to people. And, we appreciate everyone that shows out for the live stream. And we're going to keep doing this to keep you guys up to speed on what's going on. And, so we can all have our own little private island.
Yep,
Sounds good.
that's the goal. All right, have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week. Bye, guys and gals, and purple giraffes.
And purple drives.